Hello my beautiful queens. Today I bring you a recipe that if you've never baked anything before, you should try it. Or if you are a baker, you should also give this a try because this recipe is so detailed and
Today
it's
I
easy
want
to
to
the
teach you how
point.
to
Come,
make
let's
some
make some
cinnamon
cinnamon
rolls. So I don't really want to waste your time. So let's just start. So I have yeast here. I boiled my water. I know I warmed my water before. So I'm just gonna put 2 1/4 of yeast and just mix this together. I'm just trying to fast forward the whole process so that it doesn't take long to puff up, right? So I'm just gonna mix this and just abandon it for now. So we are using 4 cups of flour, right? 1, 2, 3. Always make sure that your cup is flat, right? Not deep cup, so that you just get all your measurement correct. So this is it now. This is just my 4 cup of flour. Then we are gonna use
Please make sure you
cup
subscribe.
of sugar, right? This is half a cup of sugar. Then we are gonna use just a pinch of salt. I'm just gonna use my hand so that I don't, pinch of salt. Then powdered milk. I'm just gonna use 2 tablespoons of powdered milk, right? So we are just gonna give all our dry ingredients a whisk, right? So that we make sure that everything is mixed properly together, so that the sugar is, distributed evenly, right? And salt and right. So now this is now done, right? So now we are gonna go in with our yeast. Remember, we put it inside. We just use hot water because it's not active yeast, so I had to do this to activate it, right? And this is already warm milk, right? 1 cup of warm milk, right? Then now I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon. It's just a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Just 2 teaspoons. That's like 1 tablespoon. 2 teaspoons. And I'm also gonna put milk flavor. You can just put any amount really. This is just for that scent, nice scent, right? So you're just gonna give it a whisk again. It's supposed to be going in with my hands by the way now. Oopsie. We are gonna use 2 eggs. Pretty much almost everything is inside now. Then now it's time to mix it, right? First I'm gonna use my spatula to mix everything before I go in with my hands. So if ever you feel like the flour is too dry, you can just still add a bit of water, right? But because I'm not using a machine, I'm using my hand, so I really need to make sure that it's not really over wet and it's not over dry. But if you feel like it's too dry, you can just add a bit of milk or you can add a bit of water, like warm water, right? So this is what it looks like now. And remember, we have not put these 2 ingredients. So first of all, I'm just gonna use this flour to dust off my working surface and make sure that I really mix it very well. These are one of the easiest things to do because it's just like straight to the point recipe, right? So I honestly prefer using a spatula more than my hands sometimes, especially when I do nails, like long nails like this. Great. So now it's time to mix it, right? So I feel like my flour is just a bit too wet, so I'm just gonna keep adding flour as I'm just kneading it. So I'm gonna start kneading it now. What I will keep doing is I'll just keep adding flour gradually, right? So I have this flour just like almost an extra cup that I'm just using to make my dough, right? And I've not put my butter yet, so let me just put it now. This is melted butter. So if you're using a machine, you can just put it all once when you're just putting all your mixture, all your flour inside your mixer. If you're using a mixer, but this is case you're not using a mixer, this is what you do. So I'll just keep using my flour for damage control. You know, it's gonna really look sticky right now, but that's okay. You don't ever have to worry about things like this. It's gonna be extra sticky, but it will turn out all right. You don't have to worry about anything. Everything will keep eventually working out together, right? That's how baking is. So I'm just gonna knead this for like a good 15 to 20 minutes until I really feel like I'm looking for that elastic texture. So until I get it, then that's when I'll stop. And you see that my flour is still getting a bit sticky. So eventually when my flour is already brown mixed, it will not be sticky anymore. So we are just gonna keep kneading it. But like remember I said there's 15. Okay, so you can already see it's already getting there, right? Guys, I've been kneading for the past 15 minutes and I'm finished. Like I'm so tired. I feel like I'm inside I feel like I'm in the gym. Yo, I need a shame, yo. But anyway, it's not sticking again, right? Can you see? Look at my hands. So that really means, so let's see how elastic is it now. It's not yet there, still breaking. So it's not yet there. That's how you keep checking if it's ready to be covered. It's supposed to look like chappies, ne? It's supposed to look like natty chappies. So bubble gum. It's supposed to look like you're chewing. You see, if you've been chewing a bubble gum for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, the way it looks and the way it gets so silky in your mouth, that's what this thing is supposed to be. So it's ready now, guys. I've already kneaded it enough. So I'm done kneading it now. You see how elastic it looks now? It looks very elastic now, right? So now I'm just gonna cover it and leave it for like an hour or to an hour and a half and leave it to rise. It's time to grease my dish, right? This is where I'm gonna keep my dough to rise and leave it to rise for some time. So I'll come and work on the second step. It's very elastic now. It literally looks like a bubble gum. That's the texture I was talking about earlier. Right. So I'm just gonna fold it down and just get a nice round shape. I'll leave it to, let me cover it. I'll be back. We'll come and check it after 2 hours when it is double the size. Hey guys, welcome back. So the flour now is already, my dough is already 2 times, right? It is already puffed up. So I'm just gonna enter it, right? So you see how nice and clean it came out. So now we are gonna try and roll it and try and get a rectangular shape. It after deflating it, you just still need to work with flour a bit so that you make sure that your roller will not stick on your flour, right? So this is actually the last part of it. So I'm gonna still come and roll it and try and make sure that I get it rectangular, right? Okay, this now looks like oval. Now we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Let me turn it around so that stickies. So I'm just gonna use my hands now. Just gonna use my hands to get the shape that I want. Okay, still dust it up. And put my raisins, right? Don't really have much raisins left now. All right, now go in with my sugar. This is brown sugar. You can just already mix it on the side down with just brown sugar with cinnamon together. You can already do that on the side or in a plate before you come and do it like this. So these are already originally very, very sweet. That's why you shouldn't put too much sugar when you're now mixing the dough, right? Then now I'm just going to sprinkle my cinnamon now. This is my cinnamon. I'm just gonna try and get it spread even. I'm gonna try and make sure that I've spread it evenly everywhere, right? Great. All right. Still go with my hand and just make sure that everything is well mixed together. My baking tray. Just make sure that I grease it a bit so that I'll be able to cut, and I'll make sure that my knife does not stick to the dough, right? So this is how I'm gonna do it. You can just really use your hand. You can use a brush. I'm just spreading it for the last time, right? And then I'm just gonna mark it before I cut it. Right, I'm just using my eye at this point to mark it, right, before I cut them. All right, great. Okay, so I'm gonna cut them up now. Cut. Okay, so it's now time to set them up now. Always give them a room to rise, right? Always give them, I think I'm gonna put them like this because they're quite a lot. Let's see. Yes, yeah, too much. Okay, so as if you can notice, you can see that okay, some of them are really like round, and then like some of them they look like they are overlapping, right? So you just mix your flour with water and just come and tap on it like this and pinch it. Tap on it and pinch it just to make sure that they stick together, right? So that the round will come out perfectly. So you make sure that you just have one uniform shape, right? So that's okay now. Just gonna touch up on all of them. Yeah, that should be good. So I'm gonna cover them and leave them to rise, right? Okay, so right now they've already doubled up in size, and it's time to just give them an egg wash and put in the oven. I'm gonna bake them at 120 to 125 degrees so that I'll make sure that they are really like done inside and everything. So yeah. This right here looks so satisfying, right? At this point, I really wish I can transfer this nice scent from my kitchen to your nose. I don't know how possible that would be, but oh my goodness, my kitchen smells so divine at this point. Oh my goodness, meow. Because I'm a baker and I'm a chef. You know what I'm saying? So let us take it to the counter and see it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh.